Good morning, everyone. Back in Yorkshire after a week on Dartmoor. It's a bit chilly today. A bit chilly. It's October, nearly the middle of October. Well, it is the middle of October. And I'm in the little village of Staveley, which is near Knaresborough. And I'm cycling to Fountains Abbey. Lovely autumn trees today. Beautiful sunshine, bit chilly, like I said. And hopefully a little bit easier going than cycling on Dartmoor. I've edited and uploaded all 5 videos from last week, so please do watch them. They're great for when you're maybe on the indoor trainer or exercise bike in the gym, whatever. I mean, that's what I do in winter. On the indoor trainer, exercise bike, I watch my videos to stop me from getting bored. Definitely a chill in the air. Ooh. To cycle to warm up. We're turning right along here. Going to have to dig out my merino bottom layer for my winter cycle clothes. Base layer is the word I was looking for. And my winter gloves. Oh no, these are a bit chilly today. I've done variations of this ride before in different seasons, so today's the autumn version. I'll be cycling up to Bishop Monckton and then turning to Markington and then up to Fountains Abbey. Then we'll be cycling to Ripon through the grounds of Studley Royal, which are part of Fountains Abbey. And just before we enter Studley Royal. Well, shortly after leaving Markington, we join the Way of the Roses cycle route, and we'll be following that all the way back through Bishop Monkton on the return leg. And then we'll do a little bit of off-road to come back to just down here at Copgrove. So this is Copgrove. It's just a little hamlet, really. I think there's a Copgrove Hall. Because there's what looks like an ornamental lake down here. Okay, people, what do you think? Which do you think is the most beautiful? Cycling in Devon, that's the ornamental lake, by the way. Cycling in Devon or cycling in Yorkshire? Let me know below. You get better views here, unless you're up on Dartmoor, of course. But in Devon, you tend to get a lot of sunken lanes with high hedges, so you don't get to see a lot. Look at these leaves, crunchy leaves. Probably not so environmentally friendly as puncture repair kits, but initiatives are much easier to do when you're on the road. And also repaired tyres only last so long before you have to replace the inner tube anyway. No, I hear you saying go tubeless, go tubeless. Yeah, this bike doesn't, you can't use tubeless tyres on this bike. See Ripon Cathedral over there. I think I'll find this ride pretty easy going after Dartmoor, which isn't surprising. Although I only actually did 2 rides on Dartmoor, didn't I, last week? The third was to Dawlish and along the estuary. And then I balanced it up with a couple of walks. So I had quite a balanced week in all, and my cycle coach is really pleased that I balanced it. We go through the village of Bishop Monckton on the way back. So it's a sort of figure of 8 ride with a little bit on the end to Staveley, a little tail on the end. Rather like an ampersand sign. We're about to cross the old Harrogate-Ripon Bedale railway line, which unfortunately here is not a cycle track. The earlier part of it is. Before it branches off to Ripley. Maybe one day, when they raise enough money, they'll be able to complete the section from the Ripley junction to Ripon, maybe. Here we are in Markington, and we're turning right here. We turn, we just said that, haven't we? We turn right. Ooh. It's a sweet little village, this. Just having a swig of my protein shake, and would you believe the protein shake powder, I looked at it last night because I needed some more. It's only gone up by 50%. It was £10 for 500 grams, now it's 15. In fact, it might even be $15.99, in other words 60. I did manage to find some in bulk though that brought the price down. But I'm sick to death of all these price rises. I mean, I reckon manufacturers and suppliers are just throwing up prices willy-nilly just because they can. That's my complaint of the day. We turn right just up here, up a tiny little lane. Fountains Abbey, 2.5. When we get to the end of this lane at a T-junction, that's where we join the Way of the Roses, a cycle route over a sweet little stream, and look at the colours. I've got a love-hate relationship with this time of year. Love because it's so beautiful, and hates because it means only one thing: winter's on its way and spring's a long way off. But I'm already planning my next getaway in November, like I did last year when I went to West Somerset and North, well, it's not North, it's East Exmoor area, Dulverton area. I did some fantastic walks in the most incredible woodland, beach, trees. Yeah, I've got a money off voucher to use on a holiday cottage before the end of the year. So, and because it's cheaper at that time of year anyway, gonna go away and maybe walk similar walks. They were very muddy last year. Gosh, it was after all those storms. Some of it was virtually impassable. Walking through the grounds of Dunster Castle was quite challenging in places. These hedges will be beautiful, they're all beech. Give them another month. What I did on that November holiday too, because I don't like it when the clocks change and it gets all dark in the evening. I just kept British summertime on my watch, on my phone and on my laptop for the whole week. And why not? It's a man-made thing anyway. Greenwich Mean Time. And it's depressing. I love being back in my familiar Yorkshire lanes again. We swim right here, joining the way of the Roses cycle route, which we'll be following for some way right through Bishop Monckton. As you probably know, the Way of the Roses route goes from Morecambe in Lancashire to Bridlington in East Yorkshire, and where possible it goes along quiet lanes, only going on more main roads when it has no alternative, and very occasionally a little bit of off-road. But it shouldn't be more than a normal bike can cope with, not like the Transpennine Trail, which is much more off-road, a bit more mountain bike-ish. Hello. Oh, the joy of e-bikes. There is still something rubbing on my bike. It's not the wheels, it must be the chain or the pedals. I don't know if you can hear it, but it's been going on for, well, since my bike was serviced. Need to investigate. Tell you what, not too long ago, climbing up here was a real challenge. After Dartmoor, as you can see, I know I shouldn't talk too soon. I challenge myself to a tougher ride next time. One day I want to go down there. It goes off road at the end, but I think it leads to the streets in Ripon. It would mean avoiding Fountains Abbey, of course, but I'd like to try it out. Could even do a figure of 8 ride. We're coming to the downhill section leading to the lower gate, lower entrance and car park of Fountains Abbey by Fountains Hall before we climb up to the higher gate, the visitor centre and Studley Royal. You can see the tower of Fountains Abbey ahead because it's in a dip. The tower is very tall and it was the last part of the abbey to be built before Henry VIII dissolved it, and it's in pretty good nick over there. This camp on the left seems to be here permanently. It's been here for as long as I can remember. Quite strange that. But it can't be very pleasant. So you couldn't call them travellers really. It must be awful though in winter. I don't know if you can see ahead, Fountains Hall. That's a Jacobean mansion that was built with some of the stone from the abbey when it was dissolved, or after it was dissolved. Not many people on the campsite today. Ooh, it'll be a bit cold. Look, this wall is the old abbey wall, been medieval. Fountains Abbey was a huge abbey in its day. It owned abbeys all over the place, I think including Leeds, Kirkstall Abbey. So we're just heading to the lower entrance. We've got, I don't know if you can see, Fountains Hall ahead. and the River Skell. Scaffolding on the National Trust cottages. And now we go up the hill to the top entrance and the visitor centre. We turn right where the cars are going. Again, that was easier after Dartmoor. Oh, look at that. All lit up. Fountains Abbey by floodlight. Do what we did once and go in the fog. It's amazing. It's really spooky, really good. In autumn, I think we went on Halloween. This road leads to the visitor centre and also, of course, where we're going, which is Studley Royal. As I've said before, there was a Studley Royal house or hall I think it was, which it burnt down. I think it was only in the 1940s, and all that's left now are the stable block, which I cycled through on another Fountains Abbey video if you look down my playlist. It's quite an impressive stable block. I mean, it's like a stately home in its own right. and Studley Royal Water Gardens, which you have to pay to go in as part of the National Trust ticket. Massively extensive. You walk all the way to Fountains Abbey through the most amazing water gardens, which are some of the best and most intact in Europe apparently. It's got grottos, it's got gazebos, it's got a banqueting house, it's got fantastic lakes, statues, waterways. It's even got a little grotto where a hermit used to live, not a real hermit, back in the day. In late Georgian times, around the time of all the Gothic novels, like Elizabeth Ratcliffe, her novels were some of the best novels that kicked off the Gothic revival, when it became fashionable to have a ruin at the bottom of your garden to evoke your heritage. And of course Fountains Abbey, well, wow, people at Studley Royal, they had a real life ruin. Didn't need to build a fake one, but what they did build that was fake was this little grotto, where back in the day what they used to do was they used to pay for someone to pretend to be a hermit. So when they'd walk with their guests through the grounds, their real life hermit would be able to be there doing hermity things in his little grotto. It was a must-have accessory at the time. I was reading about Elizabeth Ratcliffe last week, author of, I get confused because there's the Castle of Otranto, the Monk, and the Mysteries of Udolpho. I think that's what she wrote. She wrote The Monk and the Mysteries of Udolpho, and was it Walpole wrote the Castle of Otranto? Anyway, they were the Gothic novels that were an absolute rage at the time. They sold millions, and of course Jane Austen was inspired to do her kind of piss take, if you like, her satire, to use better language, of the Gothic novels in her novel North Yorkshire Abbey, which kind of picks on all the typical stuff going on in the Gothic novel and almost makes fun of it. So we turn off here. William Burgess, High Victorian Gothic architect. And the Chorister's House, also by William Burgess. William Burgess of Cardiff Castle fame. If you look up towards the church, you're looking straight up at the church, and if you look straight down here, you're looking straight down at Ripon Cathedral, and that was deliberate. So you've got the eye looking at both. And yes, this is part of the coast of the Roses Way of the Roses cycle route. Great, isn't it? So down that road there is the lake and the beginning of this car park, and also it's where the Studley Royal estate begins properly. Well, the water gardens, this is the estate. Up there are the stables for the old hall, which I cycled to in another video. So straight ahead I can see Ripon Cathedral, but of course you can't cycle there straight. You can't just go like the crow flies. You've got to go round about to get into Ripon. Right. We go through this gate and there's a couple of cattle grids. In fact, I think there's 3 altogether. Number 1. Ugh. Oh no, 4. There's 2 here and then 1 down there. Ugh. Not as many as in Dartmoor though. And then we turn left here. We can't go straight on, it's private. top here, we turn right onto the main road into Ripon. Which I'll probably cut out. It's not bad, and it's downhill all the way. Just it's not very scenic.